Welcome back. The best in the world representing the USA and Europe gathered here in Manchester, showing off some stunning bowling skills. And it has been a terrific day of action, so exciting. As you can see, Europe have won the last 3 matches in a row, and they have what can only be described as a healthy lead. What will happen in this next game? Let's head back to Cass Edwards, Tim Mack and Wayne Boyce.
So a chance for Europe to increase their lead to the biggest margin that we've had all weekend. 12-6 is the current score. Troup up, who lost both of his singles matches in session 1 against Martin Larsen, who so far has only played Parker Bone the third in singles action. He's 2-1 up in terms of singles victories, but Tim Mack, former US captain, alongside me. This is a big game for Troup in the US.
Oh, no question about it. I think they have to win two of these last 3 points at least, and maybe win all 3 of them, you know, to try to get it back to 12-9. 13-8 would be tough. Would be a night. Wouldn't look too bad going into the tomorrow's session. So Kyle's got a lot on his shoulders, and look at right now they're in must-win situations, and you got the 2 rookies, you know, with Kyle and Marshall coming up in the next 2 matches.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. Kyle's played okay. I mean, his average score is 230, lost on a 250 and a 243. But his strike percentage rate is well down below 50%.
37-year-old Swede then, Martin Larsen, again, with a lucky omen for Europe, having never lost a Weber Cup, but not an ideal start there.
Martin just gets it done in these events, Wayne. He's just he's rock solid. You know what you're going to get with him. You know he's a great teammate. You always know he's going to be motivated, and you always know he's going to give his best. And he never hurts you because he throws so many clean shots. Again, that shot, this 10-pin spare, no, nothing hurt. Just trying to get a feel for the lane. You know, in the practice session, guys, I mentioned it, and we chatted about it a little bit. Neither one of us. Maybe this is the key to get him going. So, picks there. There's part of the Afro fish. Troup back there, you got to appreciate that, getting the hair ready. But neither one of the guys threw a lot of strikes in practice, so let's see what happens here.
Second game that's played on this lane dressing. And I noticed that Martin started way left on the approach and used the full lane, throwing it right back into the pocket.
Great shot. And these guys are attacking the lane. Total polar opposites. Troup goes to the right and pulls the pick out there. The crowd likes it. Goes to the right and uses an incredibly strong ball, lofts it a little bit at the foul line, and is playing much more direct than Larsen, who's got to be a good 15 boards left with a ball that's a lot cleaner and a lot straighter than and a lot less aggressive. So
I was going to say, yeah, Kyle's been really aggressive, isn't he, lofting it like that.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's
good 9.
Yeah, good 9.
I mean, you can see, Wayne, they're playing 2 totally different parts of the lane. So let's see if Kyle's able to overpower the lane to the right with the very strong ball, as opposed to Larsen, who's going to have to get that finesse and feel and touch from the middle of the lane.
Yeah, that's right. Any order that's down there, that Martin's going right through it, isn't he?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a big moment for Martin Larsen, and what a chance now for Troup.
I think you're going to see some emotion come out of Kyle early here if he throws a double.
And it would be nice to see.
Yeah, you saw him give him a little fist pump, a little yes. He's a confidence guy. You know, he's young. His age still has a 2 in front of it. So that means
absolutely.
That means they're going to get pumped up.
Means he's younger than you and I.
That is correct. Big shot early. Try to pick up another 30. It's good.
Great shot. It's a double.
Gets the mix as well. It wasn't totally perfect, but he's carried all 10.
That's what you want. That's what the 2-handers do. The 2-handers create such a massive amount of rotation and rev rate, and they're able to have big wide pockets, and they're able to carry pins like that. You see those pins flying across the deck. You don't see that. You don't see that from a lot of the other players, other than Jesper and Kyle. You see, he likes it, steps out of it. Gotta love the reaction. He's a character, no doubt about it.
Well, that's an awful lot of hair.
Yeah. And then the polar opposite, you got the entire other side of the lane. There's Martin trying to get his feel. Leaves a ring 10-pin.
Which you can only do for so many frames before you think, I've got to change. I mean, he's playing sort of almost coast to coast, but if you're going to ring single pins every time.
Well, it's going to be contingent on also what your opponent does too, Cass. You see, Martin's hit the. This was a good shot here. Obviously covers his fair. It depends if Kyle continues to strike and gather 30 pins per frame. You know, he may force Martin to make a ball change, and let's see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the World Bowling Scoring System. 30 pins, a strike.
Absolutely. So a chance to pick up another 30 here, and go to 90 in the third frame, and then have a pretty substantial lead early. Have a 43 pin lead through three frames.
Perfect so far, Troup. And he's perfect again. It is 3 from 3. And what a start to this singles.
What a great shot from Kyle. Here's a perfect example where we're fortunate enough to have some cats on the lane, so we've got some data from the bowling balls from Spectro. Kyle's rev rate is 600. 600. That means that's
it's as high as Oscar Palermo used to throw.
Yes, that's right. And Martin Larsen's rev rate, and this is from the great data from those guys from the Spectro, is 400. So that makes a huge difference on how they're attacking the lane. They're able to. Right now, Kyle's just overpowering the lane.
Still yet to strike, but he has now.
But you see how the pins fall. You see how the pins are falling from Martin. They're barely just kind of falling, and the angle isn't quite where he needs it to be. It looks like the margin for error for Kyle is a lot bigger.
Yeah, and Kyle's pins are jumping up and going backwards, aren't they?
That's right. And
jumping off the back of the pin deck.
The 6 pin just lays in there, gets to have some Martin's kind of reiterates the pinfall there. Chance for Kyle to pick up another 30 here. Looks very confident, guys. This is his MO. He loves throwing it hard up the lane with very strong bowling balls.
And he's done it again.
Well, he's held pocket again. He was a little bit fortunate. I thought he was just a tad inside his mark there, Tim. But
you're 100% right. He didn't like that one. That's where we can hear him go, whoop. So he misses left here, but he's throwing it so hard and straight on a line that it's basically on we call it the frozen rope, and it goes high flush and strikes.
And didn't he like it?
Loves it.
4 strikes in a row, 120 after 4 frames.
You know, this environment that's out here from Matchroom, and we've got to thank Party Poker and Sky for putting this on for us. It's great. He is a guy that wants to really enjoy this environment. You know, he really wants to cut loose. He wants to cut loose. Yeah, I mean, he just can't get the ball to go through the pins the right way, guys. Flat 10 there again. You know, Kyle's ball doesn't look like it's not going to strike, and Martin's looks like when it gets there, it's not going to, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 50-50. Light in the pocket again.
That's right.
6 jumps around the 10 and just leaves him to spare.
Yeah. This is the power of two-handed bowling right here, and it's showing up right here in this match.
How much more, Tim, is two-handed bowling becoming the norm? We've seen it in tennis with the two-handed backhand. That is now standard.
Wayne, you're right. We're seeing an influx of a lot of youth. I've just worked a couple big youth tournaments back in the States, and we see a lot of youth coming up using two hands because they're able to generate higher rev rate and higher speed. And then you've got a couple, the balance and all the other athletic skills that go into it. But certainly the two-handed bowling style is becoming more popular.
Yeah, we picked up on a guy called Wesley Lowe recently, who you obviously may well know.
Get up.
There's your example right there. See how big his pocket is? He can miss left and right. So he's got a lot of room left and a lot of room right now, and he's attacking the lane really in his comfort zone where he can be really firm up the lane. He's going about like 13, 14 at the arrows to about 5 at the break point. There's the emotion that we're looking for. He's waiting to unleash that emotion in this event. He's been waiting.
Well, that was a bonus strike, wasn't it? Wasn't perfect, and the 5-pin was last to go, but carried all 10, as you say, with the power. It's just a change of ball for Martin.
It's a change of ball. It's a stronger bowling ball. And there you go. Good call, Cass, on the ball change. He goes to a stronger bowling ball, something that revs up and doesn't go as long down the lane, something that reads the mid lane a little bit more, and you see the ball pick up in the mid lane, and watch it make its motion right there. And then it goes right through the pins, and you see the 6-pin come off the wall because of the angle going through the pocket. So
yeah, a good slap on the 10, wasn't it?
Great job by Larsen on the switch. But Troup really in here to take a commanding lead. You know, is in a commanding position right now, and can keep that position with another strike.
They make it 6 in a row. Weber Cup rookie, remember, Carl Troup, looking for his first singles win.
It's pretty good.
And he's done it.
I'll tell you what, guys, I don't usually call this often, but
It's a bit early, but go on.
I'm going to, because you see how big his pocket is. Unless he throws one incredibly offline, he's got left and right. He's using an incredibly strong bowling ball right now, and he knows it. That's the confident look right there.
This is his A game. This is in a
100%.
comfort zone he's in. He just loves this.
100%. This is exactly what Kyle Troup has been wanting to see this entire weekend.
And there's nothing that this man, Martin Larsen, with all his
That's
experience,
left.
can do.
Yeah. Yeah, this match is over, guys. I don't see Kyle, faulting these last 4 frames to where he gives Martin a chance mathematically. I mean, this is based on, we're just going based on ball reaction, and you look at the feel. You got to look at the body, the player's mannerisms. You see, Martin's a little slumped because he's a little confused. I got a feeling he might be the captain's pick the next match, guys, for USA.
2 strikes plays 6 strikes. Look at that. That's the difference, isn't it?
So, yeah, Kyle Troup now to try to put up another 30 to take he's in a commanding lead already.
It's got to help him, hasn't it? Surely that the game is almost won.
Confidence. Wayne. This is a huge confidence builder for Team USA and also Kyle. In a must-win situation, he's coming up with the goods here.
Can you imagine if he wins his first singles point of the Weber Cup with a maximum score? Let's
Didn't
not
throw that
jinx
one
him.
good. That was bad.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I'll take the blame for that one.
Wayne with the call there.
Well, I mean, it's something we see sometimes when the two-hander with the high revs doesn't quite get it in the pocket, a little high through the headpin, and breaks nothing up.
Yeah, he didn't throw that one good, guys. I said, off his hand. That's left off his hand. You can see that doesn't go as far right as the other one, and because it's such a strong ball, it dives through the headpin and leaves a very difficult spare, the five through the middle. We sometimes call that, for a lesser choice of words, grandma's teeth, because you got pins over here, pins over there. So
Absolutely, yeah. It is makeable, but it's a pretty tough one. He's got to be very accurate on that 3-pin.
Yeah. Nope.
Open frame then. Off the back of 6 in a row.
Still up 43 pins with 3 frames to go, guys. So Martin in a must-strike situation.
Probably for 2 frames.
Definitely for the next 2 frames to give himself a chance. So, but we did see last match what happened, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Yeah, it can turn so quickly.
it's a good shot.
Great shot.
So as long as you can match strikes with someone, Kyle's got 6 strikes, right? Martin has room for 5 strikes left. He would have to see another open from Kyle to have a chance mathematically in the system, in the scores. But Martin got comfortable there with it's a good ball change and a good shot and a good result.
How does the saying go? It's not over until the lady sings?
The skinny lady sings, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. There's no fat ladies out there, just skinny. All right, Kyle with a big shot here. Got that in the lane quicker. That was perfect. You see that get in the lane a lot faster, guys.
You can see as well why a lot of young kids like the two-handed method.
Yeah, I mean,
It's spectacular, isn't it?
the only thing we don't know about the two-handed method. The only thing we don't know about the two-handed style, guys, is the longevity of it. But their revolutions and the high rev rate is by far, you can't argue it. And that's going to do it for the match. Kyle's going to win this match and win a big match and get the guys back in the match because it's mathematically just about out. So, yeah, they create so much more power on the bowling ball. I mean, the numbers from Kyle and Jesper have to be so much more significantly higher than the other bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen it with two-handers before on the Weber Cup and other tournaments. You know, Oscar Kramer was one of the first ones, and of course we all know about Jason Belmonte from Australia, don't we?
Yeah, they're becoming more prevalent, and those guys are pretty good. Those world-class bowlers. And again, Kyle's got a PBA title under his belt. He's got a number of regional titles, so he knows how to win. And when he gets comfortable, this is what he does. He throws lots of strikes.
Looking for strike number 8.
That's all right. I'll start for that.
Yep, that's enough to win. He doesn't have to show up in the 10th frame because max score for Larsen is 224 and Troup's already at 227, even if he should go miss and then go fix his hair after the next shot. So he's got enough to win the game.
That makes you 2-2 now in the booth.
Yeah, 2-2. You got that right. So I'm 500 right now. So.
And after you left us last time, the USA went on a good run. So who knows?
Yeah, maybe the good luck will stay with him. But Larsen's definitely got to figure some things out here, because I got a feeling he could be the captain's pick coming down the stretch here for Team USA.
Certainly could be a good call. Change the ball again, looking for his experimentation.
Yeah, that was a little bit better. You're right. Good call on that, Cass.
If you were guessing the captain's pick, Larsen, Kent, or Larsen, Bone the third?
But you got to remember, Kent's in the next match, so we're going to see what happens. If he should come up in the next match and bowl good, the USA wouldn't, the Europeans wouldn't pick him and have him go back to back, because A, he would be fresh, coming right off another match, and B, you know, he would have good ball reaction.
Well, he's made his mark on the Weber Cup with a singles point. Carl Troup, a really good victory over the experienced Martin Larsen, and they most certainly needed that, the US.
Great win for Kyle, and let's see if it kicks the US on these next two matches.
It's Europe 12, USA 7. The gap is 5. We continue very shortly.